Good morning, Get Cut. This is our third week, guys. One more left, and then we cross the finish line. So no pressure, but pressure, right? Healthy pressure. We are on week 3. This is Q&A session. So I hope you guys brought your questions because I'm ready to answer them. Andre, I gave her the day off. She's got mommy duties. So today it's all me, baby. So let's start off with, I do have one question in the chat section. This one comes from David. It says, the tracker app, can I set it up and use it for a challenge that is already in progress? Well, yes, if the challenge group is in Facebook and you want to transfer it over into a challenge tracker app, once you watch those tutorials and you set it up, you're gonna see how easy it is to customize it. You can add how many days you want the challenge to be. You can add the topic. You can add a description section. So if you want to tell your challengers, hey guys, we're transferring over from Facebook into this app, I feel like, and give them the reasons why, and send the invitations out, yes, by all means, you can totally do that. I love that we could send these invitations through emails, right? So if you guys have been running this already, you know that you go to the invitation section through the portal, you put the person's name, their email address, and then it shoots them right away an email with like an introduction. Here's where you need to go, and this is your password. Super professional, super organized. That's why I'm really digging this challenge tracker app. I hope you guys are getting use out of it. So I hope that answers the question, David. And then, wait, hold on. I think I may be speaking too much, but I get inquiries, and then when it's time for them to pull the trigger, they flop. I'm trying to see and figure out where I'm going wrong to close it. Okay, this is kind of going back to when we were talking about I did this on my team page, right? It wasn't in Get Cut, where I was talking about closing the deal, right? The steps that I take to close a deal when I have a prospect. First and foremost, let me preface this with saying, guys, oftentimes it's the nature of who we are and the business of what we're doing that we want to help people, that automatically what we do is face inward. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm here to tell you, like, I want to ease the pressure off of you and tell you that it's really not about you. You know what I mean? People, how many times do you inquire about different things and you love the idea, you love the concept, but you're just not ready, or you got busy with other things and you just haven't committed yet? I know it happens to me on a lot of different levels. Like, for example, my website. I'm in the middle of constructing my website and all that good stuff. And if it wasn't for the person that's working on it consistently being behind me, I wouldn't get movement on it. And I appreciate that person for that. So just think of it that way, David. It's not that you're saying or doing anything wrong, although in our team page, I kind of shared the process that I take when I close a deal. If you want me to share it with you guys, I can do that real quick. Basically, when I get a message saying, I saw your challenge group, I'm interested, or, oh, I've been following you on Instagram and I love what you do, can you tell me more? When I get things like that, I think the knee-jerk reaction to a person that's brand new, okay, that just started their business, is to start going into what I call vomit stage, where you say, oh my God, it's amazing, it's this, I do this workout, I drink this Shakeology, I do this, I do this, I do this, and then this is what it costs, and a link, and here, and then the person on the other end like gets this book from you, and you're like, whoa, they're like, whoa. That's one way I see it go. Or the other knee-jerk reaction is I'm doing 21-day fix, it costs this, here's the link. And then, and then that person may feel like, all right, well, thanks. It's so easy to say thanks and walk away, right? There's no commitment. What I shared with our team is that the one vital step, I think, is to learn to form. So when that person comes to me and asks me that question, my first thing is I say, I'm excited to possibly work together. Thank you for following me and all that good stuff. I'm excited to work together. Before I give you details on the next challenge, here are a couple questions just to get to know you better, to better, fit what program's right for you. And the 3 questions I always ask are, what's your current fitness level? What are your goals? And what's your biggest struggle? Okay, because that gives me the key things I need to know, first, to pick what program's best for them, and second, to beat any objection they have, whether it's money, time, I don't like shakes, all that good stuff that we always hear, right? The common struggles that people have, the common objections that they have. I'm ready to tackle them. And I know, when they're feeding me information, I know what to come back with. So those are 3 things I do. And then the second thing I do is once I get those answers and I determine what program is best for them, I kind of shut up a little bit and let our third-party tools do the work, guys. Third-party tools like the videos, those 2-3 minute videos that are professionally done, like precise, that gives them all the details. It hypes them up. It shows them the trainer. It shows them what the workouts are like. Let those do the talking for you. Here's why. We as coaches have been doing these workouts forever, right? We're excited. We know it's awesome. But when we sit there and start, again, vomiting all this information, it's not as impactful as a visual. It's not as impactful as seeing the actual program. It's not as impactful as these third-party tools that are made by professionals. And guess what, guys? They're free to us. So I always tell my coaches, in this point, do learn to kind of hush up for a second, use the third-party tool. What I do is I send a link to whatever program I think is appropriate for them. I say, listen, take 2 minutes to watch this, and then come back to me, and I'll answer all questions you have, and I'll tell you all about my challenge. And then there, right? Now you are prepared. You have your information that you need. You know about the person. You know what program fits best. They know what the program's like. Now you can tackle the whole situation, and they're going to be more inclined to give it a shot, right? Because they're going to be like, okay, I get this. This person cares about me, right? She took the time to get to know me. I saw the visual. This is exciting. And then they're more inclined to join. So David, I know I shared that with you in the team page. I know you said that you've been doing these things. And so what I want to tell you is, again, I want to remind you that it's not always about you. At the end of the day, this business is also a numbers game, guys. It's straight up a numbers game. You talk to 3 people, what are your chances of all 3 people joining at the same time? That's a pretty high lucky rate, right? Ain't gonna happen. Talk to 10, you're lucky if 1 or 2 join you. That is reality. It is just reality. So my answer to you, David, is up your numbers. Up your numbers and who you're talking to. I think another knee-jerk reaction of newer coaches is that you get 3 people interested, and you really want to help them, and you hone in on them, and you put all your eggs in one basket. Can't do that. It's also kind of crazy. I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of crazy how when you have a lot of prospects, you're having a lot of conversations, your demeanor changes when you're talking to people. There's not that desperation, right? But if you're honing in on 3 people and you really want those 3, you're like, grrr, they feel it. They feel it. So the best way to up your numbers and to change your demeanor and get that flow feeling into your conversations is get out there and talk to more people. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right? Okay, hope that answers that question. Let me see what I got. Okay, David, he says that he mentions this because people are noticing his posts, noticing results, and they're asking what he does, but then they drop off after the follow-up. I can't tell you guys how many cold conversations I have right now. It's totally cool. It's the name of the game. But if you see my prospect list, remember that 10 in play list that we talked about, I think on week 1? That list right now is at like a 30-something. Guess what, guys? It's summertime. This is where peak season for us. Like, get moving. Get moving. Get out there, have more conversations. I got like 30 people or 30 plus and a lot of cold conversations. It's cool. The key's in the follow-up, okay? Contact. Remember that website story I just told you about. Be that person. Okay. Oh, I love that, Liz. Liz says, I also take 7 minutes to respond between conversations and say, in my head, I'm a 15-star diamond, act as if I don't need the sale because it helps me calm down and just act normal. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. And then Liz also gets on the phone with them so they can hear her voice. Great. Okay. I think I answered everything here. So, guys, any questions that you want to throw at me? I'm ready. Feel free to unmute yourselves.
How often, okay, so I have a group on the tracker app. How do I delete one if I'm not using it? And if the cycle is over, like let's say I put it for 30 days, will it end at 30 days? Like it'll just shut down, or can you continue adding, or can you restart it, or how does that part work? That was the only thing I couldn't figure out.
Can I tell you something? None of my challenges have finished yet that I started. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, good. All right.
However, I can direct you to where to find the answer.
Okay, that's even better.
On Facebook, guys, there is a My Challenge Tracker app page, like a like page.
Oh, okay.
You can go on there. Anybody can get added. You can go on there, and there's corporate on there. Her name is, I think, Carolina Beachbody, whatever, or Caroline Beachbody. She's the one that handles the app, and she answers all questions.
Okay,
so,
I will do that.
So I don't have the answer, but I can direct you to where to find the answer. Liz, I could add you when we get off this call, just in case you didn't find it. Anybody else? Come at me, bro. I'm ready.
All right, for objections, do you kind of take the ones that were given to you that day and do the post, or do you kind of just write them all down and then sporadically post them? Like, and how often should we be kind of doing a public objection post?
Personally, when they come at me, it always stays in my head. So I think about it and I execute. I mean, I think doing it all the time is cool. Like, there's no right or wrong. I don't think there's right or wrong. Personally, when I have something stuck in my head, obviously I'm respectful to the person that asked me because I don't want to offend them. You know, when I do that public objection, I do it in the nicest possible way, in the most kind way. But it works, guys, because I always get that message back. I'm like, they say, I know that post you were speaking to me. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, but you know, I do it whenever it comes to my head, whenever I hear things, whenever I remember, you know, different things that people are, or maybe the objections I'm getting within my conversations. I just get up and talk about them. Anything else, guys? You're mighty quiet.
Okay, I have a question.
Dale.
As you guys know, well, I don't know if you guys know, but maybe some of you know, I am trying to bust my ass to get to diamonds. I'm only 4 months into this business. This is my 4th month. I'm an emerald. I'm trying to get there. So my biggest fear, and the reason that I took this course, was because I was great, like Monica said, of talking about the challenges. I can attract challengers all day. I was scared to talk about the business because it felt icky to me. I'm not a salesperson. It's just not my thing. But I realized that if I want to take my business to the next level, I got to get there because it's not going to knock on my door. So I've been doing a lot of what you guys said and trying to convert my challengers. And also when I'm trying to invite a challenger, how would you like to sign up? Would you like the discount? So it hasn't worked for me because nobody wants a discount. Because they're like, listen, I just have enough money for the challenge pack. I'll think about it later. So I'm not upset about it because, hey, it's 2 points, right? So I have this new challenger that just signed up yesterday, and she just texted me literally like when the meeting started. And her question to me was, and I told her I was in a meeting because I needed your guys' insight. She said, hey, I have somebody that wants to join with me, but I have a question. She works with me, but she's my sister-in-law. Can you please be her coach if she just buys the $60 package of the 21-day fix without the shakes? She has her own protein shakes. So I wrote to her, give me a minute. I'm in a meeting, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, love. This is someone I already spoke to about coaching. So how do I turn this around? Because I already like her energy. I think she can be a coach. I know money is an issue for her. So my thought was to say, hey, well, have you thought about the coaching opportunity that I talked to you about, and maybe earning and getting your shake paid, and I can help you both out. Maybe she wants to go in as a coach. So can you guys give me a little insight of how you would answer that?
Okay. I'll answer real quick, and then if anybody has anything to add, like, let's do it. So with this one, here's what I would do. First, I'm right with you. I would say, I love this idea. Actually, when you get to work together and do a challenge together, it makes it even better because you have like an accountability partner. So I would say, I love this idea. Second, you already talked about coaching, so I would say, remember when I told you about being a discount coach? Well, this is where it makes sense. This is the natural progression in this business. What's naturally going to happen? You're going to start something, and especially when you start getting results, friends, family members, people around you are going to notice. They're going to ask questions. Why should I benefit and be their coach when you inspire them to get started? So you should earn the commission. You should earn, we could all work together, but you deserve it, right? So now we are giving affirmations to that person and saying, you deserve it. You inspired this person to get started. You talk to them, not me. So that would kind of engage her in saying, wow, look, I mean, if I motivated her, imagine who else I could motivate. It's going to plant that seed in her head too, right? To start talking to people. And then third, when it comes to the cousin or sister-in-law, sister-in-law buying a challenge pack versus a program, I would just plant a seed again with this girl and say, listen, if she wants to buy the $60, base kit and she wants to opt out of Shakeology, I understand. I mean, everybody, she could decide what she wants to do. She likes her shakes, but before she does, just have her look at this link, and I will send her a Shakeology quick video, third-party tool, and say, listen, to understand that Shakeology is way more than protein. This is what it's all about. It's also a key component in the 21-day fix. Here, it's up to her, but this is what I think. And what I love most about Beachbody is that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee for everything, even an empty bag of Shakeology. So if your sister-in-law drinks it for 30 days, hates it, says it didn't work, and she wants to go back to her GNC shake, then by all means, let her get her money back. But I love to, just pay it forward and tell people about my experience, because Shakeology is so much more. And the fact that it's on sale right now, she's going to be getting it for peanuts. That's the way I would handle it.
And I'm going to add on to that. I actually did the Insanity for 60 days without Shakeology. I was drinking muscle milk when I was doing that. And let me tell you, I didn't lose a single pound. And that's kind of devastating, paying, $80, $90 for a program and then spend 60 days working your ass off, 45 minutes to an hour, and not actually lose anything at all. So it wasn't until I actually went and bought X3, bought Shakeology, bought the challenge pack, became the coach just to get the discount. And I said to myself, you know what, this isn't going to work. This is my last chance, but it ain't going to work. Right? And as soon as I started drinking it, within 30 days, I lost the 17 pounds that I needed to lose. Wow. So that's something that I tell that to everybody. I said, look, you can do it without Shakeology. That's fine. But in my experience, you're not going to get the best results.
Liz, can I give you homework?
Yes.
You do a 5-minute video, upload it to YouTube on that testimonial.
Yes, I will.
Girl, start looking at YouTube.
I will add that on there. It's true. It's so true. It's not just one magic shake. It's not just a magic workout. It's not just the magic containers all by itself. It's the whole package. If you don't do it together, you're not going to get those results that you want. Yesterday, I was at the doctor, and the lady was working with me. She had bought the 21-day fix, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, great, blah blah. We started talking, and she's like, but I haven't opened the package yet. I'm like, are you kidding me? How is it going to work? So I agree. I think Shakeology is a huge component in there. I don't know what it is, but it does something.
Alexa, here's the deal: is that when you talk to people about, I mean, you can give your opinion. At the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want to do. That's fine. Yeah. But you always at least have get it out there, and then let them decide what they want to do. But that's how I would proceed in that situation. Okay. Especially if you see a lot of potential in that one girl that you've already sold. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That helps.
Yes.
Keep us posted on that too.
I will keep you guys posted on the page what happens.
Yeah, I do want to play on that one. I want to see how it
goes. It was a sign, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I have a date to get to Diamond by 30 days. And last night I said, you know what? I'm not going to be scared no more. So what? If I push and I get 7 coaches out of this and I'm 1 step away, I'm 7 coaches closer to my goal. So that's how I'm thinking about it.
I want to talk about that real quick, Alexa. You're afraid. And I get it. I completely get it. I'm not discrediting it, because I think every single one of us felt like that at one point, even myself. I talked about this on day 1. I remember talking about it where we said, think about what brought you here.
Yeah.
Think about that. Had your coach not been vocal about the business, had your coach not been vocal about this opportunity to take it a step forward, would you be here? Did you take offense to it? What did you like about her approach? What called your attention? Think about those things and use that, okay? Because what do you want to attract? You want to attract someone like you, right? That's going to have that mind like you, that's going to love this like you love this. But they're not going to even know it exists unless you talk about it. So you got to post for what you want.
Got it.
You know what I mean? And always keep in the back of your mind, well, I remember when I saw this, the light bulb that went off. I remember when I heard this, how much it lit my fire. And then go from there. I'll tell you guys a quick story. I don't even know if I've shared it with all of you guys. I'm going to tell it real quick. Once upon a time, a long time ago, when my first son, I only had one baby at the time. He was really little, like a year and a half old, and asthmatic. And I remember clearly having to take him to get his medication from his pediatrician because his asthma was out of control. And it was a $50 copay. And my husband and I were so damn broke, I didn't have $50 for that copay. And I remember sitting in the car crying because I had to ask my mom. And I felt like the biggest failure of a mom. It's like one of my lowest points. And I remember at that moment, reaching out to a friend that did Mary Kay, okay? That was always posting about the business, posting about everything. And I was that mom where $200 a month would have bridged a humongous gap in my family, where it would have saved me. It would have empowered me as a mom big time. Long story short, the reason why I never did it is because I went to that Mary Kay friend of mine, and it was like, oh yeah, you can make money, you could do this, but you need $500 to start. I'm like, girl, I don't have $50. Like, how do you want me to put up $500? Always think about that, because in this business, people are putting up $0 to sign as a coach. $0. They're getting their tools to run their business and paying $0 startup. So think about that mom out there that needs you. Like once upon a time, I needed an opportunity like this to fall on my lap. And never hold back, because while one person may roll their eyes and go the other way, which is perfectly fine, they're not meant for it, there could be somebody that you will save out there. So always remember that. And don't dull your light for anybody.
I want to throw out an objection, actually, Monica, that you just reminded me I got.
Okay.
I was, doing, my messaging and whatever, and I got to talking with some girl about the money, whatever. She asked me about the business, this and this. And then I was like, well, I think at the time, I had a happy hour coming up. So I was like, well, if you're interested, I can kind of throw you into the happy hour or the sneak peek. I'm not sure. And she was like, okay, cool. And then she asked me something about something with the business. I don't remember exactly. And she said to me, no, I'm okay. And I was so taken aback by the way she said it that. And I was like, can I ask you why you're so quick to say no? And she was like, because I'm sure it costs hundreds of dollars. No, I think she said either hundreds or thousands of dollars to start, and I don't have that kind of money. And I was like thinking to myself, that is such a great, I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but I just wrote it down to do it. That's such a great objection post. I'm sure so many people, and it's because of that. It's because of the other kind of MLMs, and I'm not knocking them, but it's because of their startup fee that people assume it's either the same or more with us. So that could be a good objection post for anybody, thinking of what to do.
One of the reasons I've admired and respected Beachbody so much along the way is, guys, I've been a coach for 5 years now, okay? I've seen the progression. Back when I started, challenge packs didn't exist. Back when I started, Success Club points only came from Shakeology. Back when I started, if you wanted to be a Success Club earner, you had to sign at least one coach a month along with your 5 points. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have progressed. And when they came out with the challenge pack, what I loved most, because Carl always does this, or Beachbody always does this, is that they rather lose money up front, okay, or not earn as quickly, but make it a long-term success. And the challenge pack does that. The challenge pack gives our challengers, okay, a big discount. So you're talking about $50 to $80 off by getting a challenge pack. Us coaches get a 30% commission rather than 25%. So who's losing here? Beachbody. They're giving the other guy more savings and us more money. But what are they doing? They're getting people started right. And then to tack that on, they're saying if someone commits and does it right, and then afterwards decides to be a coach and pay it forward, we're going to give you that free. We're going to let you start your business for free. I always share that with people because it cannot be more of an incentive to like be the real deal in this business. We're not saying sign up and go sell a bunch of stuff and then hopefully you can make some money, or go buy a bunch of products and good luck, you know, making your money back. Beachbody doesn't do that. It's not what we're about. We're about really getting out there and helping people, giving them the real tools and any kind of incentive we could think about, right? Save more money, become a coach for free, have the ability to earn whatever you spend, earn it back by helping two to three more around you. I love that. And I respect that. And I share that with people that I talk to. Obviously not in the first conversation, but as things start progressing in my relationship, when people start progressing, I let them know about these things. When I do get started right calls with brand new coaches, I talk about these things because I want them to know where we come from. You know, the mindset of our company, that it's genuinely helping people live healthy and fulfilling lives. And that's our job. So carry that with you guys. You know, don't let your coaching become black and white. You know, let it consistently be full of color, where you're really talking about everything this business encompasses, and don't let people's I want to say small minds, but they just don't know. They just don't know what we're about. And so make it your job to inform people and to share and to educate them on what is in front of them. So I love that you pointed that out. All right, anything else? Maureen, welcome. I think you joined us a little while ago. If you have any questions, I'm ready. Anybody else? Let me see here. No. All right, so we wrap it up, guys? Yeah? All right, let's talk real quick, because you know, next week is the finish line. Where are we at? Sound off on me. Talk to me about where we're at. Alexa, how far off are you? How close are you? Better yet.
Hitting diamond?
Yeah, so where are we at?
I have 3 coaches right now. I'm working on getting my other 5. And I don't know why I overthought it so much, but I'm like, you know I need 5 more, and each 2 need to hit emerald. And I'm to the point now where I mapped it out how it's going to happen. And as silly as that sounds, just doing that sometimes and simplifying it, it's just like, just the word diamond was scaring me. But now that I saw it on paper and like, oh, so this one just needs this, and if she signs up her husband and she does this, that's all I have to do. Yeah. It's so much easier. So that's where I'm at. I don't think, even though I've been doing a training with you guys, I wasn't really all sinking in until I'm doing and implementing everything that you guys said. You know, asking about how do you want to change? You can join 2 ways. Like all these little things changed it for me. Branding, like even doing the watermark, all those little things. I just got my second person that I just signed up yesterday. I don't know her. She just found me on Instagram.
There you go.
The 3rd person. And I said to myself, oh my God, I made it. Like, really? I'm somebody. So that's where I'm at. I'm just enjoying you guys because I know a lot of you guys have been in this so long than me. But let me tell you something. I don't take it for granted. I thank you guys for posting your questions and sharing your stories. Because just know that you are helping me and you're helping my family and my children. So I thank you guys because that's where I'm at.
I love it. I love it. See, guys, that's what it's all about. Right there. When you're afraid, think of Alexa. 4 months in. 4 months in. Well, you're right, Alexa. The same thing happened to me when I was exactly in all of your shoes, where I was making the push to diamond. I'll never forget. It's when Sagi had just joined Beachbody. And the reason I know this is that we were in Orlando. Sagi, Carl was there presenting Sagi to all of us. It was like an event. And Carl asked, I'm sorry, not Carl. It was Ali Upham and Jeremy Red. Carl did this on Instagram. They asked all, Emerald stand up, Rubies stand up. And I remember in a room of like 400 people, I was the only Ruby that stood up. And I remember my coach looking up at me. She's like, we need to get your ass to diamond. So we sat down that morning at an IHOP and she drew it out for me. And when I looked, I did the same thing. I looked down and I'm like, that's it? Like this thing, this diamond thing that everybody, and I was just like, it felt so big and I felt like I was so small. And then when I looked at it, and I'm like, I'm right there. I'm right there. In 2 weeks, boom, done. And so I get that. I know the power of visualization. So that's why last week, I think, I asked you guys to draw out your diamond plan, your dream team. That's why. That's why, because it's powerful stuff when you do. Now, again, the second part of that is setting you can set a goal all you want, but you got to start hustling. Got to start moving. Got to get that momentum moving. So awesome stuff. All right, guys, let me check this chat. Make sure that there isn't anything else. Last call, last call. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure serving you. If you have any questions outside of what we talked about today, post below and I'll be sure to answer for you. See you later.